Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. So today I'm going to do a real quick stream where we take a look at the Brook game controller super converter, which allows you to use your Xbox 360 or Xbox One controllers on your Nintendo Switch. So we're going to be setting that up, and then we're going to try out Cinemora EX to see how the control works. So with that, let me put that aside. I do have an Xbox 360 wired controller right here, but this does also support third-party controllers, but we're just going to set this up with that controller at this time and see how she works. So this little converter, they make a bunch of different ones, and I'm going to take a look at a PS4 one at another time, but the features of this that Brook lists on their website is that it does enable hot swapping, vibration support. It is lightweight, which not really a big deal. You're just plugging it into your Nintendo Switch, into the dock anyway. You do not need an original controller for verification. It works with the Switch, obviously. Full compliance with environmental standards, whatever that means, and USB interface. So this thing's kind of cool. We're just going to go ahead and open her up and then go check out some gameplay real quick. So link in the description for Brook's website if you want to check out some of the stuff they got. They got a lot of cool stuff, to be honest with you. They did send this to me for purpose of review. They are not paying me. They did provide the product to test out and do videos on. And I have a lot of stuff from Brook that I'm really excited to show. This is kind of neat, and they asked me if I'd want to check these out. And I was like, heck yeah, that'd be cool. So this is what the little dongle thing looks like. Looks like we got some plastic on there, so we'll peel that off. The Xbox version is red and green. Boom. There's the USB input there. So the way this works is you take this bad boy, you take your Nintendo Switch dock, plug it in. Make sure you're plugging it in the right way. Then you see the green light does light up. So we're going to go ahead and pop up the screen of the game system, and we're going to check Cinemora EX out in a moment after we plug this bad boy in. So Xbox 360 controller, we're going to go ahead and plug that into, get in there. Thought I was plugging in the right way. Maybe I'm not. There we go. She's in. So let's go ahead and swap to the Switch. There we go. So we do have that controller, and I'm going to go ahead and turn on my Switch Pro controller real quick. Get into the menus here. So what we want to do is go to controllers. And this did come with a little manual that shows you exactly what you need to do, but it's pretty basic. Select the controller setting button, select change grip order. The controller symbol will appear. On the controller, press D-pad left and down at the same time, X, A, and LB simultaneously until the LED on the converter starts flashing. So the LED is solid right now. So we're going to go ahead, press left and down, A and X and LB. Wait for that light to flash. And let me see, is she flashing? She's doing something. Let me try that again. All right, she's flashing. I don't know. Let's go to change grip order and see what we got to do. I might be doing this wrong. Oh, now it's flashing. Okay, I wasn't doing it correctly, it looks like. So there we go. It just synced up. So the one controller with the half-dead battery is my Switch controller. Set that aside. And then the one with the full battery, which is just this wired controller, is going to be the Xbox controller. So let's go ahead. And the weird thing, because the buttons are different, They're swapped. So like X and Y, A and B on an Xbox controller versus a Switch controller are different. So you just have to get accustomed to B is A and A is B, etc. So let's go ahead and back out of this. David D, sponsors or people who went through the little sponsorship icon that should be up above on the screen if you're on a PC while you're watching a live stream. That's what an actual YouTube sponsor is. Sponsors have to go through that. So let me see. Got the Xbox controller started up. That was pretty simple. I guess I was looking at it and the little green light on the converter flashed like once, and I thought that was it, but it's got to continually flash. So you have to hold LB down and left and A and X at the same time for a few seconds till it starts flashing, and then you're good. So there we go. We are looking good so far. Let's make sure the controller works with everything. So let's go ahead and get into the game. Grasshopper Manufacturer. So like I said, Brook has a lot of cool stuff. They're probably really well known for the Nincade, I would say, which is an internal mod for the NES and Super Nintendo Classic editions that you can use wireless controllers. Your PS4 controller, anything Bluetooth, you can use with that without having a dongle hanging out of the system. So you can use like 8BitDo and stuff like that. So I'm super excited to test those out because I do have a pair of those as well, which I'm going to do an actual full-on video showing how to install them because they're pretty darn easy to install. So they're well known for that, and then they're also well known for their Universal Fighting Board. The Universal Fighting Board is pretty cool. I know I talked to a lot of people in my Facebook group about it to find out what they thought. And that allows you to convert a fight stick to a universal fight stick. You can use it on any system you choose, which is pretty awesome. I have a set of those, so we're going to be doing probably multiple videos on that. And then we also have a GameCube to Nintendo Switch adapter that we will be checking out at some point as well. So let's get into this game and see how this works out using a real Xbox controller on the Nintendo Switch. I'm more of a, as far as controllers go, I always really like the Xbox 360 controller, and a lot of people agree, a lot of people disagree as well. But the Xbox 360 controller just felt really good. Now, I'm more of a PS4 or PlayStation fan than I am Xbox. I do have an Xbox One and a PS4, but I'm more of a PS4 fan, but I always like the Xbox controllers. They just feel better in my hands than the DualShocks do. So I'm kind of happy to use this. They also have other converters where you can use the Xbox controller on the PlayStation on the Xbox. They have a ton of different ones. So that's kind of cool. I have not played this game yet, so we're just going to test out arcade real quick, make sure everything is working. So far, so good. Feels good to have an Xbox controller. If you don't have a Pro controller and you can get these adapters, I mean, cool. If not, it's cool as well. There's a lot of variety out there as far as options go. And this is an option that I just wanted to showcase because the product was provided to me, and agreed that by providing it to me, I would showcase it on the channel and talk about it and set it up and whatnot. So that's what we have done so far, and she is working. I do like the feel of this. This is really cool. Like I said, the reason I found out about Brook was, when the NES Classic first came out. That's how I first found out about them, was because of the Nincade. I didn't really know much about them. Like Gustavo's saying, the way Brook got famous was by catering the need of control compatibility for the fighting game community. Yeah, so that's what a lot of these adapters are for, and that's what he's saying. I'm speaking from my personal experience, but I did say, they You know, they're pretty well known recently because of those couple items I mentioned. But yeah, that's where the need came from, because these adapters, you can use them across the board to use your arcade sticks and stuff like that. So that is pretty cool. And I think that's where a lot of this stuff is more so marketed, not so much, you know, it is nice. You can use official controllers, but it really, even when you go on their website, it really showcases that you can, you know, use arcade sticks that were meant for other systems on different systems. So exactly what Gustavo's saying, that's what the market, they were catering toward that market, and that's how they got out there. But for me personally, I never knew about them until I heard about the Nincade last year, or earlier in the year anyway, and I really wanted to grab one, use some, oh crap, some 8-bit though controls. I'm not sure what I'm doing here. But so far, I mean, this is working pretty good for me. I mean, it feels like a legitimate controller. I mean, it is a legitimate controller, but you know what I mean. It feels great using it on the Nintendo Switch. You can use third-party controllers, doesn't matter. You can use your arcade stick. If you have a Tournament Edition Mad Catz stick, you can use that on your Switch to play, you know, your Street Fighter and all that kind of stuff. But for me, like, you know, looking at this and it's saying, hey, press A, and I'm actually hitting B on the Xbox controller, because the Xbox buttons are backwards to the way Nintendo has always done their controls. So that's kind of weird for me. How do I block that? Or do I not block it, and do I just gotta take that damage? Yeah, I'm probably, like, this is not gonna be a long stream. I just want to talk about this product a bit. And man, this fly is like, I've been trying to kill this fly for like the past like 30 minutes before I started streaming, and I thought I killed it, and that little punk just keeps popping out of nowhere, coming at me all crazy. I was like gonna stream a little earlier, but I was trying to kill this fly. That's driving me nuts. But yeah, I'll probably do a actual stream of this once I get more accustomed to this. Did I get my laptop fixed? No. I'm gonna try to mess with it more tomorrow. I have taken it apart. I have done everything that people have mentioned to do, and it's really, really frustrating me, but you know, it is what it is. We all got problems. So I mean, what can you really do? What is this, slow down? You can slow him down? Yeah, this little fly, like I tried taking a I tried taking a can of air and holding it upside down and freezing the little punk, but I guess I kept missing him. I'm just like sucking at this game. But it is working. I mean, I gotta play this. I actually really want to play this game, so I'll probably play this off camera at some time and focus on learning, getting a little better at it anyway, and then do a stream on it probably the next couple days or so. Maybe this weekend, I don't know. Depends on what time looks like. I'm pretty bad at this right now. Damn, you don't have to be sarcastic, man. I've played through and beat, you know, a handful of shoot 'em ups on the channel in previous streams. I'm just not, I didn't know what to expect with this game. I never have played this game before. I'm not doing too well. And this fly is not helping, man. This thing is killing me. Okay, what would be the home button? Just pressing the Xbox button? Well, there you go. Nice. No, I'm going to play that game more on another stream. I just wanted to test the controller out. But let's see how she feels with Sonic Mania real quick before we go. Like I said, I didn't want this to be a long video. Just wanted to test this product out and mention it. If you want to, take a look at this Brook Super Converter, link is in the description for both where you can purchase it and if you want more information on the products that Brook sells, which they do sell a lot of cool stuff. And I do have a nice handful of their products that we are going to be looking at in the near future. Let's see how this feels. That's the only thing is with the Xbox controller, I never really liked their D-pad. I don't remember really having to use it too much, but playing Sonic Mania, I don't like using the analog stick. I much prefer to use the D-pad. It doesn't feel bad, but I do think I prefer the D-pad on the Pro controller for the Switch more so than I do an Xbox controller. But it doesn't feel bad, so I mean, I can't complain there if I were to be using this. And to be quite honest with you, this converter, I'm probably going to give it to my kids. The Xbox one anyway. I do have a PlayStation one as well that I actually will keep for myself, but the one for the Xbox I'm probably going to give to my kids because for Christmas they're getting a Nintendo Switch and I don't want to have to be buying them a bunch of controllers. So we have a bunch of Xbox 360 controllers and Xbox One controllers, so they want to play some two-player action with full-size controllers and not just little Joy-Cons. Hey, this is a good option. So I'm probably just going to give them this converter, even though they won't know what the heck it is. But I'll just be like, hey, plug this in, plug in your Xbox controller. Now you guys can play two players. Leave me alone. If you already have an Xbox controller, then I think it's a cheaper option. Now, with that said, there are a lot of new options for Nintendo Switch wired controllers. Like there's the Hori one, and another company, I can't remember the name, but there's been a few, PDP maybe, that put some out. So there are options out there, but if you already have Xbox controllers, or you're really into fighting games and you want to be able to use your old arcade sticks, these are pretty awesome. A software update is required, like right in the middle of the game. Like what? Oh, probably to upload the what you call it, the records or whatever. I don't know. Whatever. Let me try this. This is time attacking. I'm not really bothering to try to attack time, if you know what I mean. But let me go ahead and go back to the main screen. There we go. I'm going to call it quits with that said. This really wasn't a gameplay stream. Just wanted to test this out. Sorry about the audio, the gameplay there. Sometimes the gameplay, I don't know. I didn't figure I was going to play too much, but so we checked out the Xbox converter for the Switch. Next time we'll check out the PS3, PS4 converter. But today we looked at this. The link is in the description if you want to check these out. Pretty nice, pretty neat. Some people might not be interested, but for those who are, especially in the sense of using arcade sticks or if you have extra, 360 wired controllers, that kind of thing, pretty cool option that you got right here. So appreciate you guys stopping in. Really do. Thank you much. Smash that like button. Subscribe if you have not done so already. We got a lot of cool stuff coming up. RetroPie stuff, Nintendo Switch stuff, Sega Saturn stuff, Super Nintendo stuff, Super Nintendo Classic stuff, all sorts of crazy stuff, man. A lot of gaming stuff going on around here. So appreciate it, guys. I will catch y'all next time. Boom. Thanks, David. New sponsor. Appreciate it, bro. Appreciate it. Catch y'all next time. Thank you, guys.